gorgeous girls and beautiful boys, men and women. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Temi Nicolayo and I am a product manager. So, yes, this is our first video in the month of July. Happy New Month! Happy New Month! Almost 7 months already. Hey! I shouted hey because I was thinking of what have I done this year. Yeah, right. We are always in that loop where we keep thinking, what have I done? What have I achieved? But yeah, see, we give God the glory. We are still alive. That means that we can still achieve so much more. So I'm praying that in the month of July, you get answers to your prayers, and every good and perfect thing comes to you this month in Jesus' name. So yes, we can still do great things even before the end of the year. Who says we cannot do? With God, all things are possible. All right, so let's get into it. Last week, I talked about MVP, right? And when I was done with that video, I was actually reflecting and I was also thinking, what am I going to talk about this week? And I felt like, okay, we can't just finish MVP without talking about this other part. And this part is understanding product market fit. So the very first time you heard product market fit, what came to your mind? Like, what was the thing? How did you explain it? How did you, like, the very first time you heard PMF, product market fit, what came to your mind? And thinking about it, we have so many acronyms in product management. And I'm just thinking, will it be exciting if I do like a video on A to Z of A to Z acronyms in product management? What do you guys think? Should I? Should I? I'm actually thinking maybe, maybe not. Okay. All right. So today we are going to be talking about understanding product market fit, PMF. Now let's ask ourselves this question: why do 90% of startups fail while others become billion-dollar unicorns? Now, if it's your first time of hearing unicorn are startups that reach a valuation of $1 billion without being listed in the stock market. Do you understand now? So when you hear unicorn, oh, this company, they are unicorn, this one is a unicorn, this one, that is what it means. They have reached a valuation of $1 billion and they were not listed in the stock market. So now the answer to that question often come down to three words: product market fit. And here's the thing, right? Most product management team, the product management team, not even the product manager alone now, most product management team often get this thing completely wrong. I've been there before, and that's why I can actually talk on about it. And in the next few minutes, we are going to talk about what product market fit really means, how to recognize it, how to apply it to your products, and make that product a beautiful product. So, are we good? Yeah, so let's continue. So, I'm going to share examples of organizations that also nailed it, they did it very well, and how we can actually pick one or two things from those organizations. So, yes, let's talk about it. What is product market fit? According to Mark Andreessen, right? He said that product market fit is being in a good market with a product that can satisfy that market. So Mark Andreessen is a legendary investor, and that is his definition of product market fit: being in a good market, one good market with a product that satisfy that market. So there is a connection between the product and the market. So it's not good market, bad product. It is good market, good product. So you need to balance it. You cannot just say, oh, there is no in between. If the product is good, the market needs to be receptive of that product too. So now let me just break it down in plain English. What happens when we say, oh, product market fits? Market fit happens when the first one, your target customers desperately want what you are offering. So if your target customers do not want that product, then it is not the right market for that product. So those customers, those target people, right? Target users, they must desperately want that product. It's just like air. Do you get? But there's going to be like a level of obsession with your product that with the customers really. So you need to look at that. Then secondly, they are willing to pay for it. You know, I mentioned last week that don't your MVP just because it's MVP, and if you feel like, oh well, I'm not getting anything from it, then at that point you've actually made a wrong statement. You must get something from it. Either it is people's time, either it is people's reaction to that product, even if it is monetary, even if it is data you are collecting, there must be something that you are getting in return. The third one is that they tell their friends about it. I've gone out to visit customers and they will tell me, yeah, you see that product? Oh, I actually told my friend about it too. And my friend, she was so interested in it. And guess what? She has even told other some other friends about it too. So if people can actually refer your product, I've seen people say, oh, they use this particular product for their acne and it's work, and they're online, even if they are not professionals, they're already online, they are talking about it. You see it, skincare, something, they're already talking about skincare products all the time. You get no shade, but I'm just trying to say that if people can actually recommend your product to every other person, it is a good product. And the last thing is you cannot keep up with the demand. It feels like everybody is just going crazy about that product. They want that product. It feels like they cannot live without that product. Do you get me? So yes, you cannot, even you as the product manager, you cannot keep up with the demand. Today customers are saying that, oh, I actually like this product. Oh, what about this part? You are getting feedback from the customer service, from the marketing team, that, oh, we went to do this, the customers are using this product very well, but they said they want, like, you cannot even keep up with the demand. So yes, that is actually a good product. Now, before I go further, right, pause this video for like 5 seconds, and what I want you to do is that I want you to think about one product that you love absolutely, like you love this product so much, because whenever I mention product market fit now, I want that product to always come to your mind. Do we understand? Okay, so according to Andy Rackleff, he said that product market fit means the customers are buying the product just as fast as you can make it. So Andy Rackleff is the founder of Benchmark Capital, and they said that product market fit means the customers, right? These are our customers. They are buying the product, they are putting money into the product just as fast as you can make it. So as you are dropping the product, people are actually coming to buy, to come and use that product. That is product market fit. Now, there are common misconceptions that I want us to talk about today, and we have three myths that we are going to just break them into. Now, the first myth is, if we build it, they will come. You want to build a school, you do not think about that environment. You do not do any market survey to see if there are even children in that environment. Shey you want to build adult school ni? If you say you are going to an environment where 99% of the population there is just people above basic education level, and you say, except if those people they want to come and be doing adult lesson or something. But do you understand my point? You cannot build a product without asking people if they want it. So this is field of dreams fallacy, because you are just lying to yourself. Just because you think your product is amazing doesn't make the market agrees. Because you think that this product is exceptional, it has ticked everything, it doesn't mean that the market will agree. Even sometimes your product development team may not even agree that that product is sweet. So if your product development team do not agree, what about those people that you want to now go and give the product to? Do they really agree to it? So don't do it. If we build it, they will come. They will not come. Oh. They will not come. Now, the second myth is that product market fit is one time achievement, except if you're a dubious person and you just want to come and use your bread to carry our stew in the tech space. If you're like this, that's why you say product market fit is one time achievement. I see companies, they will say they get VC they get VC funding, and the next thing, after 1 year, they've closed shop. No, product market fit is not one time achievement. It is an ongoing process. Markets evolve, customer needs change, and competitors emerge. So you need to consider all of those. There is evolution happening, there is customers changing their needs, and there are competitors coming to come and say, this thing that these people have achieved, let's see how we can also take a bit of the cake. So you cannot say it is just a one-time thing. No, it is not. Then the third myth is great technology automatically equals product market fit. No, it's not like that. I know organizations that what they use is just very simple technology to build superb products, and people will want to even plug into their APIs. So it's not about the robust technology. It's about the little that you have. What are you doing with that? So, do we understand those myths now? Don't fall into any of those misconceptions. Now, the framework that we are going to talk about, we should be able to measure them. I'm always talking about measurements. I'm always talking about framework, right? So we are going to be talking about frameworks and how do we measure this framework. So let's get practical, right? So how do you actually measure product market fit? Have you tried, or probably you just know product market fit, but you don't know that you also need to measure them. So we are going to use the first one, Sean Ellis test. So Sean Ellis test is that you survey your customers with this question: how would you feel if you could no longer use this product? So if more than 40% say, I'm going to be so disappointed, then you're on the right track. So that is we using Sean Ellis test. So Sean Ellis test is you conducting survey. You're asking your users that, oh, what if we take, even if it is not the entire product, if you say, oh, this particular feature, we want to take it out. If their response is, more, you cannot. If you get like 50 people saying out of 100 people, they are telling you, more, you cannot do that too. You take what out, then you feel like, yes, we are actually doing something right. Now, there are some metrics that you need to measure when you are considering or when you are working on product market fit. There are five, and I'm just going to list them and break them down. So the first one is customer acquisition cost, CAC, customer acquisition cost, just like the name implies. Customer, me, how do you want to get me? How much will it cost to get me? So how much does it cost to get a new customer, that market that you are going into? What is it going to cost you to get just one customer from that market? Now, the second one is customer lifetime value. How much revenue does each customer generate from this person, right? What do we get from customer Temi on your application? Now, the third one is net promoter score. How likely are customers to recommend you? So you see that, oh, you've built one beautiful application. How likely are your customers going to recommend you? If they are not going to recommend that application, it's because probably they don't even like the application. Because if I love something, I really want to talk about it. Do you get? So yes, you need to get the NPS. Then the fourth thing is monthly recurring revenue. This is actually for subscribers, right? So if you have an application that you do the freemium and the premium, is it that 80% of people only love the freemium, they don't really like the premium, then something is wrong. If 100% you have 100%, and let's say 90% of people only want to use the freemium version, right? They are not considering the premium options, then probably those requirements or those features for premium are not worth it. That is why people are not. So you need to consider monthly recurring revenue. And the fifth one that I so much love is the retention rate. How many customers stick around? So I know that I started this channel in February, right? And to the glory of God, right, we've never experienced a decline. It has always been like from one subscriber. The last week when I posted the video, I think we were on 153 subscribers. And as at today, right, we have 180 subscribers. So I'm able to measure, okay, even existing subscribers, do they watch this video for long, like from the beginning to the end? Like the last video was like 40 something minutes, and I was actually scared when I was editing, like people will not watch this thing, but then people actually watched. So you need to check how many subscribers are coming back to watch your videos. Are you able to get new subscribers to watch the video? So you are able to like measure all of those things. And the golden rule is that your CLV should be at least 3 times your CAC. So your CLV is your customer lifetime value. It should be 3 times your customer acquisition cost. So if it's not, you don't have product market fit yet. Do we understand? So you need to look at those things beside each other. If those things are not, if the CLV is not 3 times more than your CAC, then something is wrong with that product. Now let's get into reward examples. I always loved sharing reward examples. And our first organization, can you guess the organization? It's actually one organization that I love talking about so much. So yeah, we are talking about Airbnb. So Airbnb almost failed multiple times, but they achieve product market fit by obsessing over their customers. As a product manager, right? If you build a product and you've launched and you just close it like that, you're not talking to your customers again. I get marketing, sales, and probably customer representative people are going to be talking to your customers. If all you are doing is getting feedback from those people, then something is wrong. You know how communication works, right? If you tell me that my name is okay, I tell somebody that, oh, my name is Temi, right? That person can go and tell another person that her name is Temi. Now there is Temi. Intonation. You see that intonation, so many information could be lost. So if you are only getting feedback from those people and not actively engaging your customers, then you are not ready. You need to actively engage. You need to be obsessed, not with just your product, with the customers. So what Airbnb did was they personally visited hosts. They were visiting personally, they visited hosts, they took professional photos, and they fixed every tiny problem. So if your customer is saying that, oh, there's this thing that if 80% of your customers are saying that, oh, we use this and the onboarding was not really seamless, then something is wrong. Probably the other 20% did not even use the application at all. But you see those 80% that are coming back with the same feedback, then something is wrong. You should look into those things. You should consider those things. Now the second one is Slack, right? Do you know that Slack was actually an internal tool for a gaming company? It's not what we know it as today. So it was actually an internal tool for a gaming company. And how did they achieve product market fit? What they did was they achieved product market fit because they identified a massive pain point. Team communication was broken everywhere. This person cannot get across to this person. This person cannot get across to this person. So they wanted a unified place to communicate for to help their communication, and that was why they decided that, okay, you know what, let's focus on communication, let's focus on internal communication, and that's why we have Slack. Slack. Where communication was slacking. Oh God, I have ideas. Communication was slacking, and they decided to name the application Slack. All right. Okay. Now the third organization we are going to be considering is Uber. You know Uber now, the one that will take you from this place to another place. Yes. So what did Uber did? They did not just create a ride sharing application. What they did was they identified that people wanted convenience. Again, you need to identify what your customers want. So they identified that their customers, they wanted convenience, they wanted reliability and transparency in transportation. And that was where they keyed into. That was what they leveraged. That was more of their product vision. People want convenience, transparency, no disturbance. And that was it. Now, let's look at one product that really failed. Google Plus. Do you know about Google Plus? So Google Plus had everything: great technology, massive resources, smart engineers. Mention it, but they never achieved product market fit because they built what they thought people wanted, not what people actually needed. So it's different. What they want is different from what they need. So what Google Plus did was they thought that, oh, this is what, when you have like a big organization with so many brilliant people, right? You just keep shunning out ideas, and sometimes there's this veil that will cover you not to interact with your customers because you believe you have the best brain in your organization, right? So there is this cloud that covers you and your users. So we need to think about it. Now the difference is Facebook actually solved the problem of connecting with people. Google Plus tried to solve a problem that did not exist. All right, so I have some things that I want you to do for yourself this week. There are 5 action plans, right? The first one is I want you to define your target market clearly. Your target market cannot be everybody. There are so many people in the world. Doesn't mean that everybody in the world can use your product. No, so it's not everyone. So you need to be specific. You need to say, who exactly are we serving? Okay, this product, right? Who are our target audience? Who are the customers we want to reach out to? So you need to be specific about it. Everybody will not use your product. It is not built for everybody. The second step is that you need to identify the core problem you are solving. It's just simple knowledge. Every product is out there to solve something. There is actually an existing problem, and that is the solution is that product that you are building. So you need to know what is the core problem that we are trying to solve. What is the core issue in the society that this our application, this our product is going to solve. So if you're in an elevator, right? They say elevator pitch, and you see an investor, probably a prospective investor, and the investor says, okay, in one sentence, can you just tell me what your problem, what your product is trying to solve? are you able to do that? So in one sentence, right, you should be able to say, oh, this is what my product is trying to solve. Then the step three is that build a minimum viable product. Remember what we discussed last week. You need to build a minimum viable product and get it in the front of customers fast. Like I said last week, your minimum viable product, your MVP, is not the version one. It's just a product you want to use to test what waters, right? You want to see if you've actually built what customers really want. You just don't want to go into the market with assumptions in your head. Those assumptions, right? You want to get like clarity to them. So those are the things. Those are the things that you need to do. So you should build a minimum viable product and get it in the front of customers fast. Don't sit on it. Don't start overthinking it. Just get it out. Do you understand? Now, the fourth thing is that you need to measure everything. You need to measure everything. Remember all of those metrics that I mentioned, right? So, on that particular product, for you to know if this product is fit for the market, you need to measure those metrics: the CLV, the CAC, the retention rate, the MRR, all of those things. You need to measure them. Then the next one, the fifth one, is that you need to iterate based on feedback. Now, the major thing I want to say here is based on feedback. You do not iterate based on okay, this is what we've written, this is what is in our backlog. For now, let's still leave those things that are in our backlog. Let's iterate based on feedback from actual users. So you want to go to your customers, you want to ask them, okay, so what do you think about this product? I actually sent out a product of mine that I wanted school students to help me test so that I can get feedback for subsequent iteration, right? And I've been asking them, okay, what do you guys think? I created user manuals for both the student, the parents, and the teachers. Like, I want to, based on their feedback, my dear, I have a lot of things that I can do on that application in my product backlog. But for now, I've abandoned my product backlog because I really want to get what people are saying about that product. So you iterate on that MVP based on feedback. So this is where most people fail. They get attached to their original idea. Don't worry, you still come back to it. But first of all, build based on feedback. So that is what I want to talk about this week. I didn't just want to leave it at MVP. I really wanted to go into it like, okay, so after MVP, what do we do next, right? Or probably you just want to like merge. They have to be in sync. You have to do your product market fit. You also need to do the MVP and get it out quickly. Do you get? So now that is why I decided that, okay, you know what, let's just merge both topics together rather than just leaving it open. Now there are three key takeaways that I want you to take from this video this week. The first one is product market fit is not about having the best product. It's about solving the right problem for the right people. There are so many perfect products out there and people are not using. So you don't want to be in that situation where people are not, you know that your product is beautiful, you know it's a perfect product, but then if people are not using it, what's the essence? Now, the second takeaway is that you can measure it with specific metrics, but the real test is, are customers desperately asking for your product? You can always measure your products with all of those metrics, but you also need to know if customers are desperate, again desperate about that product. Like, if you do not, if if you do not do something on that product that is said, is it going to, what's going to happen to that product, right? And the third key takeaway is that it's not a one-time achievement. Like I said, unless if you're a dubious person, unless you just want to carry our money and run away, you just want to, there was this product that I really love. It's actually food. When I was in secondary, no, it wasn't secondary school, it was when I gained admission to Lagos State Polytechnic, right? So there is this product, it's called 7 days. I don't know if so many people know 7 days. It came like just a flash. This thing, as it's like, I can't even, but I know that it's like burger or bread, then they add chocolates in it. It was so sweet, right? I could buy, I think it was sold for 100 naira, and I could buy a lot because I really really enjoyed it. Then all of a sudden, probably less than 3 months, I just saw that that thing was no longer in the market. 7 days, if I can get the picture, I will attach it to this video if I can. But then, I mean, that is it. So if it is just a one time product, right, then you need to it's not the product market fit should not just be like a one time thing and you are out of the market, right? Except again if you are not trying to stay long in the market, but you should be able to like iterate constantly. Market is changing, you should maintain and also iterate constantly. So if I've been able to help you understand what product market fits is, or you now understand it's better, right? You know what to do. Just do me a favor. Surround me like a sheep. Just do me this favor. Yeah, favor. Like this video, subscribe, share in your so many numerous communities, right? Tell them about it, that oh, there's this person that rants about product management, but there are some things I get from the video. So you can talk to them about our community, right? Let's bring too many people. I want to see many people come on this channel and just watch our videos and give feedback to. Do you get? Let them do product market fit on this our video too, on our channel too. So yes, until I see you next week, don't be scared. Don't be scared. Go ahead, talk to your customers, talk to your active users, your even not active users. Talk to everybody this week. If you've been the product manager that is always in the office, once in a while step out, go and collect fresh air, go and touch grass. All right, so until I see you next week, have a productive week. Bye.